Happy Easter Monday, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you all enjoyed your Easter.
You too, Diane. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, this is the day all the kids should be going to the zoo. You remember going to the zoo on Easter Monday?
Oh, maybe not on Easter Monday, but I do remember going as a kid, so it was
Right. Well,
nice.
we used to go on Easter Monday. Every Easter Monday, a group of us would all get together and go to the zoo, whether we walk, and you know it's way up off of Connecticut Avenue, or
Yes.
whether we rode the bus.
Alex, I got an answer to my question. My
Yeah.
keyboard was, so Tatiana helped me at the help desk.
Yes, I saw your email. I'm glad that she helped you. She's
I don't
very
know
helpful.
why I don't know why that happened so suddenly. My keyboard got so big I couldn't see what I was trying to type.
Oh, well, so, the iPad is really sensitive. So, sometimes you may press something accidentally or hold something and, you didn't know it or didn't catch it the first time. So,
Yes, but it was resolved. So thank you.
No problem.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Sandra.
Hi, Alex.
Did you get my email, on that day? I did send you an email and a text.
When you send it?
On your birthday.
Oh.
We didn't get a chance to speak that day, but I hope it was wonderful. I saw you hop on too, so kudos to you.
Oh, I see it. Happy birthday, son. See you on Monday. Thank you.
Sandra, you enjoy your birthday?
I surely did. I got a bunch of about 2 dozen roses, a cake, and a whole lot of other stuff.
That's wonderful.
I was happy.
Yeah,
I know that's right, Sandra.
I was very happy.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey,
Good
Brenda.
morning, Brenda. Hey, Brenda, how you?
Brenda, what are you
I'm
eating
good.
today?
Doing good.
What you eating, Brenda?
A banana.
Oh, send me one over here.
Okay. I sure will. Happy belated birthday, Sandra.
Thank you.
All right.
I love bananas and strawberries. My favorite.
Oh, okay.
I used to eat grapefruits, but I can't do it no more.
Yeah, I love the grapefruit. I love the pink grapefruit.
Yes.
Okay.
I
Can't do it no more.
I used to put sugar on it, but I don't like sugar on it no more. I just like sucking on the pink grapefruit, sucking all the juice out of it.
But isn't it bitter?
No, not the pink one. Not the pink one. The yellow ones are, but not the pink ones.
You know what? The yellow ones don't even taste bitter because I haven't used sugar in so long.
Oh, okay.
It come natural.
I had a wonderful day yesterday. My sister came to see me.
Oh,
that's good.
I mean, I enjoyed talking to her. And I got emails wishing me happy Easter, and that made me feel good. And my niece came over. I had paperwork that I didn't know how to fill out, and she filled everything out for me and sent it off. Right. So everything worked out for the best.
That's good. That is good.
That's good.
I had a good day yesterday too with my family. Everybody was here.
Oh God! No, thank you.
Ben, do they leave before you clean up, or do they help you clean up?
No, they still here while I'm cleaning up.
I
stuff to the kitchen, but I do the cleaning. Mhm.
Oh, okay.
But I
Brenda,
had
how
a
many
good time.
grands you got?
Right,
My
right.
great grands, all of them.
How many you
It was
got?
good. I got three great grands and 7 grand.
Oh, okay.
You ain't
Yeah.
got very many.
No, I got a little family. We got a little family, but that's okay. I mean, I love them
You
dearly.
can have some of mine.
Oh, no. We got enough.
I
got
wish y'all,
27 grand.
send somebody over here to me because I keep wanting a grandchild, and my son say he don't want any children,
Lord have mercy.
and he
I wish
No,
mine
he
had
already
said
children are too
old.
expensive. Children
They
are
He
so
are
already
expensive.
old.
they are
My son
very
42.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I
You love
only
them to
have
death, but
27 grand and 11 great grand.
Wow. Okay.
But guess what?
But
That's their problem.
Yeah, you know what the beauty is? You can see them and hug them and kiss them and love them and then send them back home.
Well, all except for 2. I got 2
Okay.
to live here with me.
oh, but that's
Okay.
okay. That's okay.
All right.
that's a blessing
Yes.
Yeah.
for them. Well, if I was in their
But
position,
I
that
think
would
my
be a blessing.
son was sort of on the crazy side.
Oh,
He got
okay.
grown kids, waited till his kids were grown, then had some more.
Well,
And now he got grandkids. And I hope and pray God he's finished.
Oh, okay.
mm, mm,
Is his second set of children.
His 3rd marriage and his
No,
3rd set of children.
no, I want to know if his second set of children, are they old enough? How do I say this? The first set had children, right? Then he
Mhm,
married and had a second set of children. So the
mhm.
first one's children are the uncles to the. I'm mixed up, but you know what I'm trying to say.
They all sisters and brothers as far as I can care.
No, no, not that. I mean, how old is this? You know how your uncle
Oh, the
is
oldest one
no,
is
no, let me explain it a minute. You know how the uncle may be younger than the brother.
oh yeah.
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
No,
you know what I'm trying
no,
to say.
it ain't that way this time, thank God.
Oh, see what I'm saying is my uncle is only he's in his 80s and I'm in 77. So he's only 5 or 6 years older than me.
Mhm.
No,
You see what I'm trying to
I
say?
know what
I'm
you're
not
Yeah,
saying.
putting it
yeah.
right.
No, his oldest is 28. His youngest
Oh,
just turned 6.
okay.
And they're all in between there. He lost
Oh,
his
Wow.
he
Okay.
lost his mind.
no, he hadn't. You bet.
Yeah, he did.
That's another generation. That's all right.
3
Good
marriages.
morning.
I told him point blank, if this
Good
one don't work,
morning.
don't do it
Good
again.
morning,
Good morning.
everybody.
Good
Good
morning. Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Sandra, you can't interfere with his happiness.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. If it don't work out, he don't need to do it no more. Become a monk.
Do something seriously. Yeah, I got one of them too.
3 marriages? Come on. That's too much.
Elizabeth Taylor had 7 or 8. Come on there.
Oh no,
Yeah.
my brother, oh, he was a lunatic. He was married 5 times.
Oh my goodness. Well, what it is, he didn't realize it was cheaper to keep her. If he didn't have to pay, if he didn't have to pay nothing, that's why he got some more. Because you know that song is cheaper to keep her.
Alex,
Mm.
don't run and hide, Alex. Alex is
Alex,
See, Alex
you
just
never
Alex
heard
is
of
laughed.
that song?
I ain't getting married. I don't want to know nothing about this mess.
Alex, you never heard of that song, cheaper
Alex,
to
you're
keep her?
still
Oh,
young.
I've heard a lot.
You're
it's
still
a
young
song.
though.
It's
And
actually a song.
and
It's
I
teaching
bet
the
you
kids.
learned a whole big lesson from us folks on this iPad.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Well, let me say this. Not many people have experienced what I have experienced, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm able to do this work. So
All
that's
right.
all I'm gonna say.
Would you say, Alex, enough said?
Enough said.
Yeah. 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 Good
Mm.
morning. Good morning.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good
Morning,
morning, Miss
Alex.
Dearmore.
Good morning.
Hi
I
Good
Vera, how are
morning,
you?
everybody.
let me tell you what's happening with
Hi
me.
Kim.
How everybody doing? Love y'all.
Hey
Hey,
Kim,
Kim.
good
Love you too,
morning.
baby girl.
Good
I
morning.
tried to.
Go
Okay,
ahead, Miss
before
Moore.
we get started, the download calculator, right? Because the calculator is not on our iPad.
Yes,
Mhm.
Vera, you're
So
right.
I
There's no
went to
calculator
a
app right
free,
now.
pardon?
Yes. Yes. Huh?
I went to free calculator, but then it come up one. By the time I got ready to install, it talks about a monthly fee. After saying free, how can it have a
It's
monthly
that's
fee?
so we'll go more of that in the training, but I'll show something to y'all at the end, okay?
Oh, okay then. Thank you.
Well,
Mhm.
Brenda, take
It's
good
nice to
notes.
see you
'Cause I
on.
can't write with my hand this morning.
It worked.
Yeah, you take good because my right hand is swollen.
I take good notes anyway.
Well, I know you do, but I want you to take
I'm
some real
a
good
note.
notes today. I'm asking you to take extremely good notes, okay?
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Just say okay, Brenda.
Yeah, I know she takes good notes. That's why I'm asking her. She's a good note taker. But
Oh
unfortunately, I
goodness.
can't use my hand this morning.
Okay.
You know, Brenda, I could never spell. So how do you I could never break down words to learn to spell them. So
Syllables and
I'm
stuff. But you know what, Diane? When I was in school, I was always a good speller. I mean,
Mhm.
it just came to me. I know how
Mhm.
to spell,
Me
because you
too.
sound it out with your syllables.
But if
And
you
right.
don't know how to
that's how you.
spell it like you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's so
Well,
funny that you say that, Brenda, because I when I was in pre-K, I was learning like 7, 8 letter words. I don't know,
Okay.
that was crazy. And then by fourth grade, I was writing. Well, third grade, I was writing essays. So
All right now.
it's
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
right.
That
and
That
that's
was
was
when
it
DC
paid
that's
off
when
too,
DC
Alex, didn't it?
that's when
That's
DCPS was good.
yes.
I'm all I can say is I'm glad I graduated from that system.
I know that's right. It paid
Before it
off, didn't
got
it, Alex?
crazy. Oh,
Yeah.
certainly.
Yeah,
You
look at you
you
now.
gotta
Look at
learn.
you
You
now.
got to learn how
Yeah,
to read and write
You
well
got to.
because
Right.
yeah, you
otherwise
got
people
to.
aren't gonna, listen to you because,
Mm-hmm.
Alex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
tell you,
But Alex,
I
and you're
started
right
working in
that
DC public schools.
DC public schools is not teaching a thing. I don't know what I'm
They have gone downhill.
oh my God! Ever since they got rid of a superintendent and a school board,
You
you
know
don't
what?
have
I
nobody
all I
taught
can
teaching.
say
DC
is
public school.
even though they are kids, it is up to the school, but it's also up to the child as well because I'm
That's
gonna,
right.
right.
Yep.
Right.
but
That's
that's
and
But
because
the child can
that's right.
only learn.
that's what they parents should, tell them,
That's
like,
right.
The
That's
learn how
right.
to
child can
ask
only
questions
learn what the
and
teacher
learn,
teaches.
yeah, and
Alex,
right.
I got a question. Now I read a great deal, and I can think in my head how I want to write it. But when I sit down and write it on paper, it don't come out the same way.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
You,
for that, I mean, whenever I try to write something down or when I was writing like papers and such, I would always just write it down like like brain vomit, just put it in the paper and then you can organize it. Because once you
Yeah.
write it down, when
Mm-hmm.
you write something down, you're more likely to remember it or understand it than just listening to it. So, that's why I always took notes in school, because if you're writing what they're saying, you're going to learn more and not have to work as hard later to,
That's true.
know all the
That's-
concepts and
Oh.
such. So there you just put it on the paper, brain vomit it, and then outline it. And once you outline it, then you can go into more details and then go from there.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, write your ideas, the idea and put it down and like Alex said, after you then you try to organize it and put it together.
But sometimes, Ann,
I know, baby, but see,
I write a word and look back at it and don't remember what the word's supposed to be.
well, I can understand that because some days it ain't always going to the top.
We all go through that.
It's
We
okay.
all-
Even it depends on the on the topic and such. Sometimes you're just more passionate about something than something else. So
Right.
We're at that age where like that guy said that day. Sometimes you put your keys down and you gotta go look for them. So
Not only the keys, you put your glasses down and you don't know what you did with them, but they on
well,
top of your
look,
head.
I had put mine in the refrigerator one time.
Oh Lord, no.
I don't know if I thought that being cold was gonna make things brighter or whatever, but
Oh Lord.
we looked for my glasses for 2 days, and my mother went in the freezer and she said, why are your glasses in the freezer?"
Oh Lord.
And I was young, so I must have been getting crazy early.
Well, they were nice and chilly.
They certainly were.
Well, that was funny for me. I was looking for my glasses. I already had them on.
On top of your head.
Well,
oh,
I've done
that's
that
that's
many
me. That's
times.
me all the time, Denise.
Yep,
Whenever
Sandra,
I
that's
get
me
down.
too. Me too.
I've done it
Don't
many
fall
a
bad.
time.
You ain't by yourself.
well, I
Yeah.
was trying to
like,
dial the
where in the
telephone
world
with
my
the
glasses at?
remote.
Uh-huh.
I had the
Like,
remote trying to dial it. I said, "Now I know this is the right number. I'm just a dialer with the
yeah, I
remote."
did that
And,
too.
and all of a sudden the phone rang and I'm looking at the remote and it's not ringing. So I said, okay, now this
I
is
know,
not
right?
good.
Say, am I losing it or what? Oh, yeah, that's funny though. Looking for glasses, had them on.
I'm telling you, honey. My granddaughter still laughs when I tell her a story about the glasses being in the freezer.
I think I'll
Oh,
do that in
Lord.
the summer, Anne.
Hey, at least keep you cool.
Uh-huh.
Oh Lord.
And those are
Jesus.
called senior moments, y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
We all
Well,
have them.
I wasn't
Yeah.
even a senior
Look,
then. So
wait a minute, hold up. How about these young people? They have them now. So I
Yeah,
guess
they do.
hey,
Mhm.
Know what they call, but I know what we're called. Ours are called senior moments.
Theirs is
theirs
called
was called
crazy.
I know what
they must
they call them brain farts.
yeah.
I was just about to say that, Brenda.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, well, it looks to be about that time, everyone. So thanks
Hey
for hopping
baby.
on. Happy Easter Monday. I hope everyone had a
Same to
wonderful
you.
weekend.
Same
Oh
to
yes,
you.
yes. I went to the National Jazz Festival at Franklin Park. So I went with my friends. So
Oh,
that was nice. And then yesterday I just relaxed. I mean, nothing like relaxing on a Sunday, but of course getting ready for today, right?
Right.
Right.
So again, I hope everyone enjoys today's presentation. So just everyone, please be mindful of your cell phones and your TVs. Just, we want everyone to be able to hear, because sometimes, we don't get to do a certain training for a while. So it's just really important that we be mindful of others. But yeah, so today we're going to be going over how to download apps from the App Store. What is the App Store? What you can use it for, things of that nature. But before we get started, I thought it would be nice just to go over the week, just in case if you guys weren't able to look over Teresa's email. I hope you guys did. but for those that didn't, I don't mind going over it. So every Monday, this is when I really recommend you guys look through the email because it shows you the events for the whole week. So that way you could plan your week out in advance. And that way on that certain day and time, you just have to join the class and you already know what's going on. The way that I think about the classes and, you know, because we do offer a lot, especially, you know, since I've started working for us, we have many sessions. So the way I love to think about it, and that I'm going to put in the chat, is one, we have a daily session at 1:30. One Monday, Wednesday, Friday is iPad instruction, which we repeat. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are our resources and our interest groups. So especially those, because you're actually going to speak with the person from the organization. And I know we've had many guests that have done great work with us. So yep, daily session at 1:30. Two, we have these advanced trainings. So these are Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 10:30, and we go into more about a specific app or a set of apps. Teresa does Mondays and Fridays, and I do the Wednesday advanced training. So I like to go over current events and such, and I'll be going over what I'll be doing on Wednesday in a bit. But that's advanced trainings. Last but not least, we have a lunch club where you can just come on and socialize. So now it's Monday through Thursday. Mondays, we have Sports Edition with Ronald, who's hosting. Tuesdays and Thursdays is more about food that our colleague Caroline hosts. And then on Wednesdays, the first Wednesday of each month, we're going to have Howard University College of Pharmacy come and speak, which we did last week, and they were very informative. And the other Wednesdays, we're going to have a book club, which will be hosted by our colleague Crystal. So that's how I think of the sessions. You might have an event here or there, you know, the first Thursday of each month, we have a movie, but that's basically it. Daily session at 1:30. We have advanced trainings Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:30, and then we have the lunch club at 12 o'clock. So there's never a lack of learning, which is what I love. But yeah, today we're going to be going over downloading apps from the App Store. We have our lunch club, and we have module 1 today. So lots to learn. On Tuesday, we have our lunch club with Caroline, and then our guest is Council Member Kenyon McDuffie. So
when is that?
that's
Tomorrow?
That's your Tuesday at
Oh.
1:30. So yes, that's
I will not be on
you
it
know,
tomorrow.
very great guest. Wednesday, I will be going over apps for Earth because it is Earth Month. So I know you guys enjoy that. And then we have that book edition lunch club at 12. And last but not least, we have module 2. So Monday is 3 classes, Tuesday is 2, Wednesday is 3. Thursday, we have the lunch club again with Caroline. I know she's been doing some trivia with you guys, so that's wonderful. And then we have DC Public Library. They're actually going to be talking about poetry. So it will be updated when the email comes out tomorrow. So yes, even though you can see the whole schedule on Mondays, just be sure to look at the email throughout the week in case there are any changes. Last but not least, on Friday, we're going to have our advanced training on QR codes by Caroline. So let's all show up for her. And last but not least, I will be doing email apps on your iPad. So just, you know, last, definitely not least. So again, we have the library sessions for the week. So as always, you can look at the 4 upcoming trainings. These are all 95% of the time confirmed and ready. So you can just look and call the help desk or email the library email to reserve your time slot and any other flyers. Every week, I also have a highlight of the week. So last week was Earth Month. So I just talked a little bit about that. And then this week it's Rachel Carson. So she's very important in environmental the movement. So you'll be learning a little bit more about her on Wednesday, but every week I do a highlight. So I actually read his book in college when I had to write a paper. So it's just funny how the world, you know, comes full circle, right? So yeah, that's the highlight. And then of course we have all the emails that you can email for assistance. So the attendance, most of you have done your sessions, so you don't need to do attendance, but you know, the midterm survey, still haven't completed that if you want a library training. And if you just need general help, you can email or call our help desk at the email and number listed. So yes, just everything is here for all the sessions, the dates, the times. You always get a nice message and you know, an image. So just look at that at least once a week for all of these sessions. But yes, let's go ahead and get started for today. So again, we're
Okay,
going to be going
Alex.
over how to download apps from the App Store. So first, what is the App Store? The App Store is Apple's one-stop shop for content for the iPad, iPhone, and other Apple devices. The apps on there may be developed by Apple, such as Reminders and the Calendar app, or popular apps developed by companies like Facebook, Microsoft. One of the ones that we went over was the New York Times crossword game. So a lot of companies have apps that you can use. Since the App Store launched in July 2008, over 2 million apps have been available to download, and Apple customers have downloaded more than 100 billion apps collectively. So that's just, just amazing and crazy to think about. The App Store looks like the icon at the top right. So that should be found on all of your iPads on the home screen. So again, the App Store looks like an A, so you can't miss it. Next, we're going to watch a video on a little bit of history of the App Store.
Just a couple months ago, the App Store turned 12 years old, and in that time, it's completely changed the way we think about mobile devices. I mean, I remember buying an iPod to listen to music, a cell phone to make calls and send text, and a digital camera to take photos. Every device essentially served one purpose, and you were stuck carrying around all these separate products. But the App Store in 2008 changed all that. Suddenly, you had this magical piece of glass called an iPhone that could be transformed into just about anything. So in this video, I'm going to go through the App Store's history and point out some of its biggest changes and milestones so you get an idea of how it's evolved over the past 12 years. This is Greg with Apple Explained, and I want to thank Raid for sponsoring this video. If you guys want to help decide which topics I cover, make sure you're subscribed, and voting polls like this one will show up in your mobile activity feed. Now, the early days of the App Store were simpler times.
Look at that.
There were no
so
subscriptions,
old school.
no in-app purchases, and no virtual currencies. There were just free apps and paid apps. That's it. And once you paid for an app, you got everything it offered, including free updates from the developer. Now, maybe my nostalgia is impairing my judgment, but I really think this was the golden age of the App Store. Developers were creating incredible high-quality games, productivity apps, and even free apps that behaved exactly as described. Some of the most popular paid apps of this era were Koi Pond, Texas Hold'em, Super Monkey Ball, Cro-Mag Rally, and Enigmo. While some of the top free apps were Pandora Radio, Tap Tap Revenge, Shazam,
Facebook,
Google Earth, and Lightsaber Unleashed. Now, because in-app purchases weren't available, developers often released light versions of their paid apps that customers could download for free as a way to test out the app before making that big $7 purchase of a game like Labyrinth. And if you want to be part of the largest mobile gaming community, Alright, now in 2009, Apple introduced a feature to the App Store that would change the platform forever, and it was in-app purchases. While this capability was popular among developers, it was quite controversial among users, who were afraid app content would be hidden behind paywalls, requiring additional purchases to receive an app's full experience. And while that did happen, it turned out to be even worse than that. I'm actually going to dedicate a whole video explaining how in-app purchases ruined the App Store, so be sure you're subscribed for that. But in short, it spawned a new category of freemium apps which were free to download but cost money to play. It encouraged pay-to-win apps which give users who spend the most money on virtual currency or items a competitive advantage, and it ruined the straightforward experience of downloading a high-quality app and having it just work.
It's a lot better
I recently
these days.
downloaded a teleprompter app,
But you gotta
and it
start from
required
somewhere,
a
right?
$10 per month
Yeah.
subscription. So then I had to delete it and sift through the App Store to find something that not only did what I wanted, but didn't hide its features behind an unwarranted paywall. I think everyone has a story like that, and it's primarily because of Apple adding in-app purchases. But it wasn't all bad. Because in 2010, Apple released the iPad, and its success was in large part due to the App Store. It was the first time Apple released a new category of product that would feature an app marketplace from day one. So to make sure developers had enough time to create custom optimized apps for the iPad's larger display, Apple introduced the device in January 2010, but didn't release it until about 2 months later. That way developers had time to create thousands of apps custom built for the iPad and have them ready for download on launch day. And the reason this was so important is easy to understand looking back, but wasn't so clear at the time. When any company releases a product, customers evaluate how much value it offers, and the more things it can do, the more customers willing to pay. That's exactly why the iPhone sold so well in 2007, despite being twice as expensive as other smartphones, and it's why the iPad was a runaway success from day one. There were over 3,000 apps available on the iPad at launch, with that number growing to 50,000 by the end of the year. Now, in 2012, the App Store received a modest redesign as well as new browsing features. The Categories tab was replaced by Top Charts, and Genius, which offered personalized app recommendations, received its own tab. Lastly, Apple introduced app banners. These appeared in Safari and gave users a shortcut to download a company's app, which might be easier to use since it's optimized for the iPhone instead of browsing a mobile website. In 2013, the App Store received a significant redesign thanks to iOS 7, but also some new features like Near Me, which displayed the most popular apps in your area. Also, the Genius feature that got its own tab a year earlier was removed from the App Store entirely. Now, by 2014, the App Store offered over 1.2 million apps, and this caused some problems. It became even harder for developers to reach users, and it was difficult for users to find a specific app since there were just so many to look through. Apple tried to remedy this by replacing the Near Me tab with Explore, which made it easier for users to find apps they were interested in, as well as give smaller developers a better chance at being discovered. Apple also added the App Bundles feature, which allowed developers to sell multiple apps at once for a discount. The next big App Store update came in 2016 with iMessage apps. This actually functioned as a separate mini App Store and allowed for some pretty incredible functionality right within iMessage. For example, users could play Words with Friends or download sticker packs all within the iMessages app. This capability still exists today, and it's a big reason why iMessage is considered by many to be the best messaging app in the world. Now, this update also brought search result ads to the App Store. For the first time, developers could pay to have their app appear at the top of a user's search results for certain keywords. This not only gave Apple another way to make money from the App Store, but also gave smaller developers a chance to be seen, instead of their app always being buried at the bottom. Now, in 2017, the App Store received its most significant update ever. Instead of focusing on top charts and popular new releases, it emphasized curation and editorial content. Original stories, in-depth interviews, and helpful tips are featured in the Today tab and updated daily. This offered users a completely new experience when visiting the App Store. It helped to give apps context. Instead of simply showing the most downloaded apps of the day, users could find a collection of apps to help them video chat with colleagues or keep them occupied during coffee breaks. It was a much more intuitive approach to app discovery that not only felt more relevant, but also offered users more value than before. And the fact that this is still how the App Store is organized today in 2020 is proof that Apple's focus on editorial content was the right move. Now, there has been one prominent change since 2017, and that's the new Apple Arcade tab, which, as you probably already know, costs $5 a month and offers access to hundreds of exclusive gaming apps. Alright guys, thanks for watching till the end. If you want more Apple explanation,
So interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over a lot of the things that he went over just a little bit more in detail. So the App Store features over 2.2 million apps available for download. And as he said, there are free and premium apps you have to pay for, or free or premium apps with additional in-app purchases. So it's kind of like 4 levels: free apps, premium apps, free apps with in-app purchases, and premium apps with in-app purchases. What I can say to that is there's always a free alternative to something. And that's what I like to do, you know, just to save $1, save some change, right? So,
Yes.
but it's up to you. I used to maybe once a month treat myself to a game that was like maybe $2, $3. And, you know, $2, $3 may not be a lot, but, you know, over the course of time. So it just depends on how much you want to explore. But like you said, there are curated app lists based on current events and social trends. There are tutorials and tips for popular apps. There's editorialized content in the Today tab, and the App Store is available in over 175 countries. So again, people can interact all over the world just with an app, which is great. So some fundamentals in the App Store, you can discover new apps, featured stories, tips and tricks, and in-app events. Note, you need an internet connection and your Apple ID to use the App Store. If you cannot download apps if you do not know your Apple ID password. So just a quick 1-minute video on how to reset your Apple ID password if you do not have it written down and you don't remember it.
Forgot your Apple ID password? Don't worry, it's easy to reset in the Settings app of your trusted device, thanks to two-factor authentication. Here's how. First, open Settings and tap your name. Tap Password and Security. Then tap Change Password. Enter your device passcode. Now enter your new password in both fields. Tap Change to confirm. Finally, choose whether to sign out any other devices that are using your Apple ID. If you still need help, visit iforgot.apple.com.
Yep, so very easy to reset your password. But again, you should have it written down somewhere in a safe place, just in case you need it. And why go through the trouble of changing it if you could write it down in the first place? So you'll need that password in order to download apps. So it's really important that you know it. This is what the App Store looks like when you open the app. So again, find the App Store on your iPad home screen and tap on it. And then you'll be taken to the App Store's home screen, which you can view to the right. And today we'll be going over how to navigate the App Store and how to download an app as well. So at the bottom, you see there's a navigation bar, which we're going to, again, talk about in a few. But first, if you notice the arrow, it's pointing to my initials, AB. So that is called the account button. You can view your App Store account information, your purchase history, so apps that you downloaded, and apps that require or have completed an update recently. So again, once you go into the App Store, you tap on your initials at the top right, and you'll get to this account screen. So let me go ahead and show that to you guys. Again, this is the App Store. So you tap on it to access the App Store. And then at the top right, once it loads, again, you see that it says AB. So I tap on it and then I can view information. So all my purchase apps, I can look at all the ones that I've downloaded and things of that nature. Again, if you go down, you can see which ones need up.
Alex, you're breaking up.
Let me know these two apps need update. So
Alex, you're
update
breaking
them.
up.
Tells you those that have update. Okay, do I sound better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you so much. So again, once you go in the App Store, you tap on the initials on the top right, and then you can view all of your App Store account information. So that's your name. Again, you can see what apps you've purchased or downloaded before, and you can actually search for those as well. And then you can see what apps need an update. So this lets me know I have 2 apps that need an update. And then below that, you can see which apps have recently updated on your device. So this says yesterday, yesterday, yesterday. So you'll know if there's an update, for example. So that is the account button of the App Store. Next up is how to find apps in the App Store. So at the bottom, again, is that navigation bar that you see, and you can tap on any of the following. The first is the Today button, where you can browse featured stories, apps, and in-app events. The second one is the games button. So there's action, adventure, racing, puzzles, all types of games that you can play. And third is the apps button. So explore new releases, and you can also browse by category. So let's go to the App Store. It automatically does the Today tab for you, which is great. So as you can see, they give you some curated lists. So play these popular games, blast from the past, iPad essentials. More games. There's always an app of the day. So you can look at that app of the day and see if it interests you. They give you a little introduction, a little tutorial. So I think that's great. And there's a game of the day as well. So this looks to be a match 3 game, which is cool. I like the graphics. And then as you keep going down, there are more stories, more lists, again, different in-app events. It's games, different things. So it's all up to you. The next is the games button. So again, it's different games available. So you can see what's available, what in-app events there are, what the App Store's favorites. And then as you can see, which we'll get into, if it says get, that means it's free. And for some of these, like these games right here, where it says based on your last downloads, it says get, but there are also in-app purchases. So I'm glad the App Store has evolved much than back then, what we just saw. Because most of them, they're pretty much all free. There might be some cosmetic things you can get in the app, but most of the time it's, I really don't pay for much or anything at all anymore. So I would just say have fun with it. There's always another game you can try. But you see their games, their events, biggest updates, more games, best new games, what's hot, and then by category. So let's say I want to play a card game. I hit card. Look, I can play Uno, I can download Solitaire, I really like Hearthstone. It's a cool card game. You could play Skip-Bo, things of that nature. So as you can see, there are some apps that cost, but there are some apps that are free. So it's all up to you. And then next is the apps section, or the apps button. So as you can see, they give you different apps, like this is HBO Max, this is the New York Times Cooking app, this is Hulu. So these are pretty popular. A lot of people use their iPad and devices to stream. So that's what they give you at the top. These are some must-have apps. So like YouTube, everyone should have YouTube. It's a great resource. You see, again, more TV apps, streaming apps, social media. There are free apps. So all the ones that are free that are available to you. So look, whoever asked about the calculator, there's Calculator Pad Edition that's completely free. I actually used it on here, so it's very easy to access. It's called the Calculator Pad Edition app. Okay, next is there's the kids apps, there's the design and edit apps, there's the editor's choice. So there's, as you can see, many options for you. Again, even there are events in, non-game apps. They just come up with everything, right? It's just all about exploring and really figuring out what you like to do. Next up is the arcade button. So like he said, there's something called Apple Arcade, which does cost $5 a month, but they are over 200 premium games available to download. And what I can say is a lot of them, they are, they are worth it. So I do pay the $5 a month for it because I love a new game, and especially one that I know that doesn't have any in-app purchases, that, once I download it, I can just explore the whole thing. So once you get Apple Arcade, if you decide to, you'll get to this screen. I'll probably say, hey, do you want to subscribe to Apple Calendar? But I already had it, so I thought it would be good to show you what it looked like. So I have downloaded a couple, like this game right here, this Doctor Who game. It's a mystery object game. So you just look for the objects on the screen. It looks great. there are a lot of wonderful apps on the games that you could play that really, you know, you use your mind for, and it just makes everything, you know, sing up there. So just it's there if you'd like to do it. And then last but not least is the search button. So you can enter whatever you're looking for, a game, an app, a type of apps, things like that. So all you have to do is hit search on your keyboard or in the App Store, just like we have been doing when we download the apps that we go over. You hit search and look, there are some suggested ones that you can take advantage of. But look, games, apps, stories, and more. So if I wanted to search for, let's see, a racing game, I would put racing games. If I didn't want to look at it in the games tab, and then it loads. Cool. Look at all these apps. So I would just go through and see the one that I looks interesting to me. If I wanted to look for that calculator, if I didn't see it in that list, I would just type in calculator. Look, calculator pad edition right there. I use it all the time. Some, of course, as you see, look, this one, that's a free trial. So, I mean, I would steer clear of those, but again, any of the ones that say get, I would try out. Most of these probably do have ads in the app because, you know, the developer needs to make money as well, you know, to survive. So, but it's still, the function is there. You can have a calculator and a lot of other things. So look, they even give you other suggestions as well. So if I wanted graphing, look, a graphing calculator. So that's cool. Intended for use with TI-84. I remember I had to use the TI-84 when I was taking calculus classes. So this would have been a really great resource. Desmos. I used to, again, use that in school too. When I was mapping functions and stuff, I would use this app. And it's really simple to use. So it's all about exploring and seeing what you want. If you search for anything, you might be surprised at the results that you get. You can also use Siri to search the App Store. You can ask Siri to search apps in the App Store. For example, you can ask Siri to search for whatever apps. So like cooking apps, travel apps, things like that, or you can search the app for games as well. So it's really simple to use Siri to search the App Store. How to get more information on an app. So you tap on an app you're interested in, and then you can view the following information. So for example, we're gonna download the game Subway Surfers in a bit. But inside of the, when you tap on the app, you can view screenshots and previews, you can view in-app events, you can view ratings and reviews. That's really important. You can see what other Apple devices that this works with, the file size, and just a ton more. And then of course, if you see the arrow, you can tap on the share button, just like most other apps, to share the app through iMessage, through mail, to share with your friends and family. So yes, let's go to the App Store. And let's go back to the home page or the Today button. And look, Subway Surfers is right there. So let's go ahead and tap on it. When you do, look, you see the developer's name, you see screenshots, so you know how the app looks inside. You can view a description of the app. So I always like to read that, some events that are happening in the app. These are ratings. So look, 2.5 million ratings. So as you can see, this is one of the most popular apps on the App Store. And then you can see what's new. Again, the privacy, information. Look, it says compatibility, works on this iPad. If you tap on it, look, it works on iPad. You have to have iPad OS 11 or later, same thing with iPhone and even iPod as well. So you can see what other devices have this app. You can see where the app is featured. So look, it's been featured a lot. And then you can view other games by that same developer and other games you may like. So it gives you a lot of information about the app before you even download it. Oops. So once you look at an app and you look at the information, you decide if you want to download it. If you want to download it, all you have to do And once we get there, all you have to do is hit get. And then once you hit get, you'll need to put in your Apple ID password in order to download it. If you have Touch ID on your iPad, you'll just use your finger, as you can see on the right. So again, if you want to buy or download an app, you tap the price. If the app is free, tap get. If you see the cloud symbol instead of a price, you've already purchased it before, and you can download it again for free. And then if required, you authenticate with your Touch ID or your iPad passcode to complete your purchase. You wait for the app to fully download, and then you'll be able to open the app. And then congratulations, you have successfully downloaded an app from the App Store. So again, we're gonna go to the App Store, we're gonna hit get. And again, if you have Touch ID or if you have your password, make sure that you use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my finger. And now it is downloading. So as you can see right now in that little space, it is circling, and it will show you the progress of the app. If you go to the home screen of your device, that app will appear in the first available spot. So as you can see, it doesn't do it on the home screen, but this screen is full of apps, so it cannot be here. So the next screen, there's space gray, that's where the app appears. So cool, you can see that it's loading and downloading. Of course, you can wait for it to download, or you can do other things while you wait. And then you can also go back to the App Store and see the progress there. It's a little easier to see, based on the colors. But yeah, it's downloading, only depending on the size. So as you can see, this is only 250 megabytes, which is not big. An app that's like 1 gigabyte, maybe 2 gigabytes, that will take a little longer to download. So just be mindful of that. But look, now it says open. So if it says open in the App Store, that means you have it downloaded and you can open the app. So let's go ahead and play some Subway Surfers. So it's all about exploring, because you won't know what to do unless you get inside the app. So please enter your age.
So why did Alex, when I downloaded, when I selected the calculator, it said free, iPad free. And then when I downloaded, got it all the way up to the point it was asking for money.
Again, when you download an app, if it says get, then it's free initially, but some apps may require a subscription, like Netflix. Netflix is a free app, but you need a Netflix subscription. So again, I would recommend you use the calculator app that I found. So you just search calculator, and then it'll be the direct one on the right.
And okay? That particular one was free. It said for iPads. Did it say for iPads?
I don't think it said that, ma'am. It's just all about if you see that you need to pay for it, then I would download a different app. So yeah. It's just,
that's what I did. I took it out. I took it out.
Okay. Oh. So it's saying swipe up to jump. No problem. So it's once you're in the app, it's all about exploring. And most of the time, they do a great job with telling you a tutorial. So this is the first level of the game. So it's just all basics. You really got to think about what you're doing in these. So that's how, you keep your mind right.
Alex, my grandkids would love this.
Yeah, they have, the first set of these games, they were called Temple Run. So I remember playing that back in around 2010 and so. These apps and the App Store in general has come a long way since, I was first introduced to Apple. I first started with a Samsung phone, so that's where I learned about apps. And then when I finally got my iPhone, it's they just have a lot of great quality. And look at the graphics. Yeah. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
and engaging.
Move and jump from side to side. What are you touching?
I'm just tapping. So I'm just following I'm just following the instructions. So it said to swipe up, so I swiped up.
Oh, so it's telling you what to do. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not coming up with it.
Let me ask you a question, Alex. Can you put up one that'd be good for maybe a 3-year-old toddler?
So for what I would do is there's many apps. So all I would do is search for kids app on in the app store and go from there. So it's literally just if you want to search for apps, you just search for it, and then you got to decide what you like.
Okay, but I have to download it myself first before I can share it, right? Or can I just go to the app and send it to someone, like to my little grandson?
You don't have to download it to share it. When you go inside of the app in the app store, you can hit the share button and share it through iMessage or email, or whatever else that you could do.
Oh, okay,
So,
because I don't want to download some things for myself, but there are things that I think my little great grands might enjoy. But I don't want to download.
That's great. If you just see an app that you think someone else would like, it's so easy to share it. So
okay.
But yeah, that's really simple. Just going to App Store and really just exploring what is available. So I had a lot of fun creating this presentation. So now I'm just available to answer questions, but there are some on the screen. If you could answer, I'd appreciate it. So one, what did you learn today, through the video and the information? What type of apps are you interested in downloading? And which apps would you like us to explore? So any ideas would be appreciated. And you could talk about an app you have downloaded yourself and how it has a positive impact in your life. So I'll be answering the hands, but please raise your hand if you want to ask a question or answer one of these on the screen. So first, I see Geraldine. Go ahead and unmute, Geraldine.
Okay, I did it. Now listen, so when you see Get on an app, that's basically free, right?
Yeah, so it's free, but just like I said before, with like Netflix, for example, you can download everybody can download Netflix, but you'll need a Netflix subscription to actually be able to log in and use the app. So initially it's free.
It's free.
Inside of the app, you may have in-app purchases like that.
When will you find out? Okay, I know Netflix is not free, but okay, Candy Crush. When will you find out that's not free?
Okay, so that's an example of a game with in-app purchases. So inside the app, you can buy with real currency, like power-ups, things like that nature. So Candy Crush, you don't have to, but there are some folks that are really dedicated and want to buy stuff in the app. So it's up to you. So it's up to you, but they'll never, you'll have to go through a process just to purchase it. So it'll never appear by accident, only if you want to.
Okay, got it. I understand. Thanks.
No problem, Geraldine. Thanks for coming.
Okay.
Okay. Brenda, do you have a question?
Well, I just have a comment. I've used the App Store quite a bit. I've downloaded Bidwiz Plus, Spades Plus, Candy Crush. Now you can do that, and it's free, but the purchase part is when you do the in-app purchases.
Yes.
So that part is good. And like you, I try not to pay any money for anything. So they're good. I like the App Store. But another concern I have is, can you do something regarding music? Because I saw the music icon in the App Store. Now, with me, when I was younger, I would be running to the Radio Shack, get the 45, the album, and then I graduated to CDs, and then our son had put Spotify on our phone, so I used that, but he changed it. So now I'm using Tidal, and with Tidal, you can get anything and everything.
Yes.
I really love Tidal because whatever music you want to hear. All you got to do is type it in, search it. So it's
Right.
great. It's
So
great. But
yes, I know
Is
Tidal
it
is one of
free?
those that it needs a
no,
subscription.
Tidal is
So
not free.
yeah, it's not free. So for that,
Oh,
Brenda, I would recommend Freegal Music, so provided by DC
well,
Public
yeah,
Library. So I
yeah.
would do that because you know, again, they explain it, and you know, it's a great resource. So I would, you know, just use Freegal Music to
Well,
listen to music. It's
with
free
Freegal,
because
well,
yeah,
I do use Freegal, Alex, but Freegal doesn't have everything that I'm
yeah,
looking
it
for.
just doesn't because it's free and everything is
Right,
based on
right.
licenses and such. So I mean, I pay for Apple Music and that's $11 a month. So it's
Ooh,
you know, so it's what you're comfortable with and what you want to do. So there's
exactly.
always
So,
YouTube. There's always again Freegal. So there are different ways to listen to things without having to
yeah.
pay.
So just go
Yeah.
to the App Store and download Freegal, but
Yeah,
that
it should
is the one.
already be in there on your
Freego's
device. It should
Oh,
be
okay
already
then.
there. So yes, just
It's
look for
already
it on
have
your
it.
home screen or the app library and use
Oh,
your
okay
DC
then.
Public
Thank
Library card to log in.
you. Okay. Yeah.
But great. Thank you, Brenda. Any other questions?
No, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Great. Well, I
Enjoy the
hope you enjoyed.
presentation.
Thank you. All right. Next up is Miss Sheila. Go ahead and unmute, Sheila.
Hello, how are you today?
Good. Thanks for asking. How are you today?
I guess I'm okay. Well, what I wanted to ask was that, see, I'm into mystery hidden object games. That's my thing.
Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
yeah, you know, and they always want you to pay for coins because